We don't have that issue. We've got tires, okay? I understand there's been issues with snowmobiles, but that's snowmobiles, that's not ATVs. On this map, and I don't know if you've all got the map or not. The reason I generated this map, I don't know if you passed out the first map, the original map that I had, okay. Original first map went right down First Street, and just because that's where the businesses are, we'd like to patronize the businesses that are here. People that do come in, like I want to emphasize, we're not here to just drive around town. We want to come in and get something to eat. Okay. First Street was the original street, all the way across. Obviously, we can't run 150. I had discussions with DOT about that. So we had to change it up. So then, talking to Al Roeder, he suggested maybe staying off the main streets. Let's move back into less traveled streets. Attempt to, anyhow. So just on the northeast side, that's why I picked up 3rd Avenue, or Northwest, I'm sorry. 3rd Avenue Northwest up there, because there's Tyson's, you got more of a commercial businesses up there, and then it does run into a little bit of residential. That's going up there. The reason I have the drop downs is to get to the businesses. So, of course, you've got 11th Avenue. There's Donuts there, Pizza Hut, and Subway to drop down in that one. The other one coming down on 13th will get you to Ariana's and Pizza Ranch. If we go up in the northeast corner, there's there's 4 corners coming into the northeast side. So that's why I picked up what I picked up on there. And then, of course, trying to get down from the northeast down to the south. I picked up on 6th Avenue up, shot over on 3rd Street northeast, and then back up on 8th. And the reason I did that street there was to pick up on 9th Street northeast down to 13th, coming in on that gravel road over on that side. That's the reason I did those streets over there. Get down to Lover's Lane. Like I said, that's not necessarily. Original plan was coming up 150, and I know there's some people that have ATVs on that street. Then again, when I discussed, like what Jessup did was their streets are open, but it's for the locals to get to the route. It's not for, publicized map. When we put our map together on our big map, it's going to be this route here. So people coming from out of town are on this route. It's not the locals, that need to be able to get out of town. Obviously that was brought up at one of the meetings that if you're 2 blocks away from the route, you're not going to load up. I mean, maybe they're pushing, but anyhow. Enterprise Drive, the reason we picked that one up is to get the truck stopped for gas over on that side. Unfortunately, I can't come up 150 because it's a quarter mile from Brandon Diagonal, and it'd be nice to be able to just come up the side of that and get over there. It could eliminate a lot of these streets, but unfortunately, I can't do that. Any other questions, I guess what streets were concerned?
I got a question, and when you're bringing it up, and I'm hearing the council say that they want kind of like a through street, or a designated through street, and it sounds like you agree with that, but your belief is we should have like feeder streets, like two different kinds of streets, a through street and a feeder street is the way I'd classify them. Am I accurate? I mean, you're not intending that like I could go get on my ATV and ride from Hazelden down to here and then start zooming around all these side streets?
No, I mean, I'm not suggesting that at all. Most people aren't going to do that. I mean, you might have an apple out there trying something like that. I don't know, but the whole point of this is to be able to get from town to town. That's what we do up in Wisconsin. Fortunately, they got timbers, the forest up there, state forest. You can run from town to town and go in, and a lot of their streets are open. It's just respect of the ability to be able to do this. my first original map was to come down first, that way we didn't have all the feeder streets off of it. All the businesses are right there on Main, you know, and I mean, that's still a possibility to come down there and then drop down to Sixth Avenue over to Second Street, because we need to cross Second Street Bridge to get across. I mean, you could cross First Street, but the only other street you can pick up on is Seventh Avenue there, out to the Fairbanks. I mean, that's a possibility too, but at least to get from the east side to the west side, Second Street Bridge is the only one that's available.
Al, do you have a preference on First Street, or do you?
My comment was based on what I thought I heard coming from the council at the time. I think the fewer streets you designate, the easier it is for law enforcement to enforce, because they don't have to look at multiple streets. So I think that the fewer streets that are designated that meet the desires of the club, the purpose, the better, from my standpoint.
I think basically we're open up to every street, because if somebody buys one and then he's off streets, he's got the right to drive to that spot. And if we open it up, I think we're gonna have more and more of them in town. I think it'd create a problem as far as I'm concerned. It's hard to tell a guy you can't drive on the street to get to the location like the snowmobiles do, and I think they sometimes cross the yards and get there if they don't wanna drive the street. But
Do these
I guess-
vehicles have license plates? Excuse me.
Sure, no, you're fine.
Do they have license plates?
They have registration through the DNR. So DNR they have to be registered through the DNR.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they have to have insurance on them, and you have to be a valid driver's license on them, or have a valid driver's license. 16 to 17-year-olds have to have a safety certificate through the DNR to be able to legally ride it.
How come it's not through the state, through the DOT?
They haven't done that. They actually was starting to do that, attempted to do that, and that didn't pass. So,
Really?
they
Being
were,
registered to the DNR, they will have a sticker on them to verify which one they are, but they won't have a license plate on them in the back, so.
Is the sticker visible from a distance at all, like your license plates are on a car?
They're usually on the side, they're usually not on the back.
If they're not, are they big enough numbers that you would see?
They're,
Probably about your registrations.
yeah, I mean, they're maybe a car about that big. So, it's just a square, it's usually a sticker stuck on the side of it somewhere.
But the DOT's not saying they're illegal, right?
no, I mean, I guess if they were illegal, I don't understand why the county and the attorneys and everyone else would have passed it back then. I guess that's why we're falling
Why
back.
does government do anything?
So,
The DOT doesn't say that they're legal or illegal. In the state code, they leave it up to the local legislative body to dictate whether they're legal or illegal within their jurisdiction. In other words, for whatever reason, the state didn't want to tackle it. Don't know why, whether or not they thought better that local jurisdiction should be able to decide, or whether they just didn't want to tackle it, I don't know. But in the state code, it's specific in there that says, they're not allowed to operate with any corporate limits whatsoever without the local body's permission. That's simple. It's up to the local legislative body.
But they're
the
not allowed on
state.
any state highways or
Pardon?
not
No,
any
they
state?
won't allow them on any state highways. They can
Which
cross
my
state
150
highways.
is.
They can cross them, the most direct route across a highway, but they're not allowed to operate on a state highway.
Randy, it's called letting yourself off the hook, I think.
Well, I'm being, I'm trying to be politically correct tonight. I don't know why the reason was, but the state just leaves it up to the local jurisdiction.
Called running downhill. I don't know a whole lot about this, so my questions are probably not very smart to begin with. My understanding when we first started this was for you to get into town so that you could utilize the businesses and stuff and get across town and get out, all that. So when I look at this map, my question is, when I see like this little square here and these things, it's like, I realize that there's businesses on those, but how is that, what does that have to do with those little streets?
Okay,
To
so-
get us to town? There isn't a way to get to those businesses without,
okay, like I'm gonna say Third Avenue, be up by the river, that little square there.
Yeah,
Okay, we wouldn't have to have that square. The only reason I picked up on that, was if somebody come across on Third Street Northwest and kept going instead of dropping down on Sixth, that they could come out basically over by Bill's or Burger King. Actually, that's Burger King's parking lot back in that corner, to keep them off the main street, of course. There's that little, well, there's Bill's there in the corner, that's why the little jaunt's going up to First, and didn't go any further because the mill's right there. That's on Second Avenue.
so is this so you can park along the streets for all these things, or in parking lots, or that we have all these little side ones?
The side
These-
streets?
Yeah,
Basically, that Third Street Northwest, I mean, if it's designated Third Street Northwest, I mean, you could stop it at Sixth Avenue, Northwest, and drop down, I mean, and then pick it back up over on, Second, I think it's Second. I got it. Yeah, it's Second Street, yeah, Second Street Southwest. So, I mean, that little square wouldn't have to be there. When you come up on, that's for that square there. When you come up on, Isle Avenue, the reason I did a square there is, I mean, it just ended up being a square because you got the drop down 13th Avenue, which necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily have to have it, but there's Buttermilk Cafe there, or not Buttermilk, there's Ariana's there, there's Pizza Ranch there.
It'd be 19th though.
Oh, is it 19th?
Yeah.
Okay.
17th is your Pizza Hut and Subway.
Yeah, 17th Pizza Hut, Subway, and Domes right there. And 218, is it 218, that's coming across the top there. That was kind of my feeder to get over to Third Street. So, I mean, the 19th Avenue, the only reason is just to take it out to 218th if they happen to be there. I mean, they wouldn't have to prove that one. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing on 19th anymore. It's a couple houses, so.
So we're not trying to make this so that people who own the vehicle, or whatever this ATV, are closer to their home or goes by their house so they can catch on to it.
I have no idea who owns ATVs in Independence.
Okay. Do we even know how many people do?
In the county or in the city?
Yeah, how many are permitted
But what are you gonna do if somebody?
or have permits to,
for
from
hit by
Independent, or from
ATV, how
City of
you gonna get
Independence?
designated?